haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I just got really crazy busy right before the live. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. People start texting and messaging, and then sometimes I just lose track of time because of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a free collective message in just a moment. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Everything you need to know is in the pinned comment. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey Mel Rain, how are you? It's good to see you. How was your Easter? Happy Easter. What's what? Oh, I just asked you, how was your Easter? I should probably go turn the fans off in the house. It's a couple of them. Maybe you're having a hard time hearing me. You didn't do anything? Oh, you're not the only one. Did you work? I hung out with Live and La Vida Laura for a little bit on her live. That was fun. I'm just going to put the pinned comment in the chat. I'm going to I'm going to just go and get I'm going to turn off the fans and get the cards, and I'll be right back. I hope you feel better, Metal Rain. Hey, Allie, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? I'm hanging in there. Thanks.
Your day-to-day covered
with
Base 44
commercials.
Security.
Oh. I am so exhausted by YouTube commercials. I find myself constantly like skipping or watching commercials on YouTube more than watching actual content on YouTube. It's annoying. Happy Easter. I hope everyone's having a good day, good evening, good night. Laura's doing good. She seemed pretty happy. Her dog seemed pretty happy. Everybody seems pretty happy on that side of the chat. And it was nice to see her on her live, on her chat. I missed her. I had done a live earlier today, but I didn't realize I had set it for members only. And I don't even think there's a handful of members. I should give out some free memberships this month. that anybody would want one. There are a couple members in there. I mean, maybe they would. There's a couple of extended tarot videos I'm gonna post, and sometimes members get content before the public. Hope you're having a great day too, Allie. Thank you so much for coming by. Oops. Trying to pin the comment, not remove comments. What the fuck? I'm trying to repin the message, not unpin it. Oh my god. I'm gonna write the real total. Pin message. I'm so used to the many, many years of the pinned comment being at the top of the chat, and now it's at the bottom of the chat. Which I see why they did that. Because then that way it's always on the bottom of the chat. Everybody always sees it. Whereas when it used to be on the top of the chat, it would kind of get scrolled away, and I'd have to scroll up to see it. I'd always have to say scroll up to check out the pinned comments. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink and turn off these fans and get the spirit box. Are you gonna keep barking, dog? Hmm? What's going on? What are you doing, princess? I just found her in the hallway. She's barking. I don't know if you heard her. Hey, Meryl. Welcome to the channel. I actually need to make the chat a little bigger. There, now I can see the chat. Am I late again for this live? I guess I am a little bit late. I was a little bit late for everything today, to be honest. What are you doing? Just looking at me? Alright, let's get started. Let's do a collective message. Let's see what messages we have today with Spirit. It is buy one, get one free weekend, so if anybody would like to purchase a reading, you always ask that. You know, it's Baby Gypsy with a J. It's the people's puppy princess. She was being super obnoxious, so the only way to cure it was to pick her up and hold her. Let's see. Today's been crazy.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the Bible, the creation.
Here's Frank and Dad.
We started.
Yeah, I started about 10 minutes ago.
I almost told you got Chloe.
That's
Because of
okay.
Lydia.
Yes, I got little Chloe here.
Anyway, now they're going to show the gift from a woman.
They're gonna make the woman from his ribs.
Now the gift here,
God help me.
he created a woman over him. And they told them, don't eat from that tree.
Don't eat from that tree, yeah. You know, my opinion, the snake was never the devil. I think that the snake was God herself. I know that sounds like a little bit of a strange theory, but I think it was misunderstood. I'm sticking with it. I just love waking up to cursing on Easter morning. I don't know how much longer I can take the fucking in you guys before I implode. My brain's like boing, 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 boing. Hey Kayla, how are you tonight? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Happy Easter. I'm going to do a free collective message. Check out the pinned comments. Everything you need to know is in the pinned comment and the description. I do always a free collective message, y'all, on every reading. Usually at the beginning and the end. I'm sorry, I'm really bad about timestamps. Maybe someday I'll actually care to put them up. But if you're here for them, you're here. If you're not, you're not. If you watch the replay, then this message is for you too. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Are you going to read the cards for us? Where are you going? Do you want to pick a card? She's like, no, not really. You want to pick one? Okay, you want to go get, you want to get, oh, you want to get down? You want me to hold you? You're not getting a cookie. You were so bad today. Okay, the guilt. You want to tell everybody what you did to Puppy Rooney? Yeah, he wanted a cookie, and you were mean to him because he looked at the cookie bag. So, you're not going to get a cookie today or tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. You know what you did. You know what you did. What? What? Hey, Molly. Happy Easter. You have both cats cuddling you too? Did you miss anything? Just cutie pot pie hair. Cutie pot pie hair. She was a really good girl today, but she did pick on Rooney, so. And I was about to give them all a cookie, but she picked on Rooney, and then Ruby started supporting her, and then Ruby had an asthma attack, and then nobody got a cookie. You know, I'm going to change your name to Cookie. Or do you like Biscuit better? Cookie? Are you my cookie? Are you a cookie? Wah wah. Are you a cookie? Wah 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 wah. It's a good girl. Okay, you want to get down? Go find your cookies. Yeah. Uh-oh. Careful. They'll be good. Maybe you'll get a cookie. Gypsy Cookie. Yep, that's her. Gypsy Biscuit. She's so funny. So very funny. Okay, so my Power Spirit deck is not here. Wow. Okay, maybe I'm not supposed to use the Power Spirit deck tonight, but that's very highly unusual. It's so unusual. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Do I even have a tarot deck over here? Hold on a second. What the hell is going on? Oh, here they are.
Well, good night.
All right, good night, Frank and Dad. Love you.
Love you too.
Sweet
Love you,
dreams. She'll probably come in there with you. Alright, Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. For anyone who may be in the chat, anyone who may join the chat later or may watch the replay, but do you have a collective message for us today, Spirit, on this Easter Sunday? Yes? Okay. It's about moving forward, hope, balance, trust, trusting the process. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Molly, that sounds exciting. What? 5 a.m. Wow. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. It's just like crazy. Spirit, what do you have to tell us tonight about this Knight of Pentacles? The Hell Train. So are you suggesting that we're moving through the Hell Train? We're moving forward through the Hell Train with balance. Trusting the process of the Hell Train. Yeah, it is definitely a dimensional shift. It's definitely been a dimensional shift. Spirit says, I see that you're here and I'm glad. Even though it's an answer but not a solution. Spirit, can you clarify that through the Power Spirit deck for us tonight with your spirit message? Yeah, that's why I'll never live in a complex again. I'll try to stay away from living in a complex or in an apartment, corporate building or condo. I just have no will to live around that many people or at other people's expense regarding stupid shit like that. Ever again. Let's see. Force. I feel like when this card comes by, like it's like Spirit saying you're gonna have to like force yourself to get through the hell train. Like Spirit's like saying, you're going to have to force yourself to find this balance, this trust, this moving forward through the hell train, though it feels like a dimensional shift. Spirit says, I see that you are here, and I'm glad. They're here to help you process through this maze. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles, the hell train, the dimensional shift. It's almost like Spirit's also saying, I'm here to carry you through it and there and back again. It's like it's like a lot of us probably feel like we're in a maze. So what are you observing? Spirit saying you may have to just like force yourself to purge some of the things that you witness, that you're experiencing, that you may be thinking about, that don't serve you. Number 24, maybe the number 6 or 2 or 4 have something to do with something that's important to you. Force lives in your will and comes from your intent. Life is a process of pulling back your bow, aiming your arrow, choosing a target, and shooting. The degree and quality of the force with which you choose your target and shoot determine your power and your success. Force is built through the integrity of purpose, your physical tuning, and your balance of spirit and mind. By naming your active power, you create force. Follow your innermost passions in life. Empower your will and your strength of force by manifesting your secret dreams. Yeah, it's like Spirit saying, don't give up on the things that you dream to do, experience. You know, as long as they're not hurting you emotionally or physically. Because it's what's going to pull you through that. It's what's going to help you manifest that Knight of Pentacles energy. It's going to help you through that hell train and get off of it. You know, I know it might feel like a dimensional shift, which it is. Spirit says they see that you're here and they're glad. They're going to help you through that maze. And while this reading might not be an answer, might be an answer to something for you that resonates, it's still not the solution. You still have to act upon, and force yourself when it feels comfortable and right to, walk through that hell. Maybe you'll be lucky and the devil won't find out your name. If he's even real. Hey Yang, how are you, sweetheart? How was your Easter? Baby, why are you on the other side of the room crying, sweetheart? Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Molly. Let's see what's going on with this dog. Sorry, you okay? So it's buy one get one free this weekend if you want to get a tarot card reading. Hey Maria Scorpio, how have you been? Oh, I'm sorry Maria, I'm not doing free yes/no questions or even free questions. So if you'd like to get a paid reading and you want to go over that, well, he's not yours anymore. So if you still want him to be yours, keep calling him your ex. But if you stay in the frame of mind that he's your ex, he'll never be in a relationship with you the way you want to be. You're going to have to wipe away that old love story and that old shit story you're telling yourself to get what you want. I don't do timings either. Read the description, please. Not trying to be rude or anything. But does it say free tarot anywhere on the title tonight, y'all? No. Everybody knows it's 5+ subscribers to open the yes or no chat, unless you're a moderator. Really want a yes or no? I don't know, maybe stick around, engage in the chat, wait until I do a free yes or no. I just did 2 weeks of free yes no. Where were all y'all? Huh? It is buy one get one free. Readings start at $5. If you'd like to get a private reading, can email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. Be more than happy to help you with that, Maria. I know somebody else asked. Maria had asked. She asked me a question. Oh, she didn't even say hi to us. She just asked me a question. She asked me a question, so I assumed that maybe she was thinking that I was doing free readings like that, but not. I don't. Ever. Unless I'm having some kind of special. It's just not my thing. Hope you find someone to answer your questions. Not sure you're going to figure out where you're going with that, but as long as you're worried about her and not focusing on yourself, that's all he's going to be worried about. If that's what you're trying to do is rekindle an old love story with him, you have to stop focusing on other people, like a third party, and you have to absolutely be good to yourself with your thoughts, and you have to wipe away that old love story. He might, be your ex. If you are trying to cut the cord, maybe stop calling him my ex. Just start calling him the ex, because he's not yours anymore. He doesn't belong to you anymore. He belongs to somebody else, obviously, from your question. If you want him to be your boyfriend again, you better start calling him your boyfriend again, or he's not going to be your boyfriend again. Because you constantly observe that he's your ex, and you constantly observe that he might be in a relationship with someone and not love, cherish, and adore, and only have eyes for you. So when you start thinking about something that doesn't serve you, that's all you're going to get. Rinse, repeat, recycle. The perfect example is potty training the dog. I know that potty training a dog is like not the same as your love story, but it is kind of the same in a sense of what you're observing. If I constantly observe the puppy not being potty trained in the way that I want her to be potty trained, because she keeps making accidents or mistakes, I don't watch for the signals, and I don't follow my intuition, and I don't listen to her and feel her out in the way with my thoughts and feelings, I'm not going to know. And I can't ask a tarot card if she has to pee or poop or if she feels good or doesn't. No, I have to use my intuition. I have to use my inner compass. And I can't start getting freaked out thinking that she's going to always get hurt because she's clumsy or small or tiny. And I also can't doubt her intelligence for, learning how to tell me when she needs to go out. Or she's not feeling well. You see what I'm saying? So if I observe her when she's not feeling well, for instance, when she was dying last year, and we had to have emergency surgery for her, had I just kept focusing on the end result I didn't want and all that fear, I'm not sure I could have quickly pulled together and pulled off what I pulled off in order to save her life and not get kicked out of my house. And that was a very, very intense thing. So if Maria stays focused on how long will Philip's relationship last with a new partner, what do you think's going to reflect back? If you constantly are observing Philip and his new relationship and his new partner and asking yourself questions about it and observing it, and getting so lost in it to the point where you have to go to a tarot card reader and ask that question, who doesn't do timings, not because I can't do timings, but because I don't want you sitting around waiting for a time to show up. I want you to be expecting a time, because there's a time for everything. We've talked about that. That's been a theme of the cards this week. So right now, Maria, I think it's a time for you to refocus on you and stop focusing on Philip and how long his relationship is going to last with anybody. Okay, because he obviously couldn't meet himself deeply enough to meet you as deeply as he wanted him to meet you. So why don't you marinate on that for a little while. Let me know if any tarot card readers could open you up with their cards and even further. Here to help you, but I just don't work for free anymore unless I'm offering it and it says it in the title. No, I'm not talking about the dog right now. We're just talking about whatever. We're just talking about relationships, because at the end of the day, if you want to be in a relationship with somebody, or you want to get back in a relationship with somebody that you love, focusing on them, what they're doing, when they're going to do whatever, waiting around for them, focusing on whoever their partner is, focusing on the fact they're your ex, focusing on the fact that, you know, there's only now. So how long is his relationship going to last? Probably only now, as long as she's in front of him, till the next girl comes around and she's in front of him. Hey Angel, how are you today? Okay. I'll let you know if anything comes up. Okay, you have Saturday and Sunday off. That's cool. All right. So if you'd like to get the free collective message, it is only a few minutes away from here if you want to just rewind the live. So for tonight's readings, it is buy one, get one free. You can buy one, get one free reading. I'm only going to be here for about another 10 minutes, so if you guys want to buy readings, make it happen, because I'm not going to be around till tomorrow night again, unless something comes up, and then I don't do the live. But yeah, I don't know why you'd want to stay in Decatur, just because he's in Decatur. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I thought you were coming to see me, not stay in a hotel room without him while you're waiting around for him to do whatever. So, figure it out, or I'm just not going to want to do it at all. This is about coming to see me. This is not about coming here to see me for a little bit, and, you know, I just don't really get why you have to stay in Decatur when he's not even going to stay in a hotel room with you. Doesn't really make any sense when you're actually coming here to see me and spend time with me. So think about it, because I'd love to spend time with you, but I'm not really willing to bend over backwards for anybody else's schedule but mine. It's my hometown. I've lived here all my life, and I would really like to have a good time with you guys, but I'm not getting in any cars with any strangers who are going to drive me. I'll be the only one to drive myself. I will not be getting in any Ubers. I will not be drinking or partying or going any strange places. I will not be going to anybody or any strangers' homes. Okay? Well, make it work, but you haven't asked me one question about what we're going to do, where we're going to do. You haven't asked me one question about where I'd like to go, what I'd like to do. All you said is, I might stay in a hotel in Decatur. And he's ready to go. Okay. I have to also work. I also have to take care of my dogs and still run a household. And if you're coming here to see me, great. Come here and see me, but don't expect me to sit around and play follow the leader and Cass is the leader when you're supposed to be coming here to see me. But if you want to go see a hotel room in Decatur by yourself on the weekend, great. I'll be here if you want to see me. And you can stay here like you always have. And we can go ghost hunting. See, what I had wanted, a long time ago for us to get together was for y'all to come here and we go ghost hunting. And somehow it's turned into spending hundreds of dollars to get hotels and go to the Ren Fest. And that's not really me, dude. I love the Ren Fest and I'd like to go. I don't know if I'll have the funds to do it. I don't even know how much the tickets are. I know I certainly don't want to go to Fairburn. I'm not really looking forward to going to Fairburn. So I don't know. I just have to figure it out. I don't, I just have to, we have to figure out what's going on. All of this, every time you bring it up stuff, has a lot to do with catering to costs. So what are you doing? Are you coming here to hang out in Atlanta, my city, my hometown, to hang out with him and go to the Rent Fest? Or are you actually coming here to see me? Or is it just going to be like, hey, I'm in town, I'm going to come see you for 5 minutes? See, I don't know. So it's like, things have to be solid with me too. I need to know what's going on. So figure it out, let me know what's happening, and I'll let you know if I'm up for it. Okay? You know where I am. I would really like to stay away from downtown. I would really like to stay away from public places that I'm not familiar with. And the only reason I feel that way is because everything that's going on. You're from Texas, he's from the Carolinas, y'all ain't from ATL. Oh, maybe his friend lives in Decatur. Okay? But I don't know where his friend, I don't even know who his friend is. You haven't told me their name, you haven't told me anything about them. Maybe you don't know their name or anything about them, but at the end of the day, don't expect me to go to Decatur and hang out. Okay? Maybe little 5 Points, that's where I grew up. Sure. But I'm just, I'm just not, with everything going on in the world right now, I'm just not sure I'm willing to go out in public. And I might even bring my gun. And if y'all don't like that, then I'm really not going. So, I'm not up for the fucking that we might be up against with everything going on in the world. Okay? While you're living your life in Texas, I'm over here every day having to watch the news to make sure that my family that lives, 500 miles from Iran isn't getting bombed today. So I have a really short fuse when it comes to really trying to understand, how everyone else is living their life, but that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm on the edge. So if you want to have a good time with me, there's going to have to just be some boundaries, and they're going to have to be respected, or I just won't leave the house. It's not like I don't want to have a good time, but shit, I certainly don't want to be in the dark either. Hey, we're showing up the first weekend of May. Okay? Keep saying that to me, and I might not be here. So, just tell me what's up, and I'll tell you what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with, and I just hope that's okay. Gonna be wondering? Okay. Alright, well, I've been live for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the night, guys. If y'all want to buy a reading, go ahead. Oh, did you buy a reading, Mel Ring? I'm sorry, I didn't get the notification because my phone is dead. Well, those are really good questions. Let me go ahead and get my cards. The dog's driving me a little bit crazy with the mental tree illness. Alright, yeah, I trust you, Mallory. Buy one, get one free readings. So I'm going to do this reading, and if anybody wants to buy a reading, I'm willing to do one for you, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, because I've been working all day, and the day I've had has just been, I don't know, it feels like Easter in the Twilight Zone. Hey Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What is the energy that he needs to know about right now, and what is going on with these questions and what he needs to know? What's that energy surrounding Selena and them seeing each other despite her vague answer? There is a new beginning here. Something creative and fun is what this person would like to enjoy with you. Now remember, moderators also get free yes/no, so I'm going to keep reminding you guys because everybody always forgets. I am not doing free readings. I never do free readings unless it's like it's like a special full moon, new moon thing, or a holiday. And you know that I only open the chat to free yes/nos. If someone makes a super chat donation for 15 minutes, I'll open it up. Or if we do 5+ subscribers, or we do 10+ likes, I'll open the chat to the Spirit Box for free Q&A to the public. But if anybody wants to get a reading, buy one, get one free. Everything is in the description and the pinned comment. Emily, I'm trying to work, honey. Okay? I just don't know why you don't call me and text me and talk about it. I don't know why you want to talk to me about it while I'm at work. Let's talk about tarot. Let's talk about what's good. Let's talk about the fun we're going to have. Let's not talk about, you know, a bunch of bullshit like your shoulder and how angry I am because of everything going on in the world. Okay, yeah, we can do that too. So as far as her vague answer about seeing you, like, she is into you in this. She is into you in the idea of seeing you in this Ace of Swords and in this Three of Pentacles, okay? Her mind is there, and her thoughts are there in regards to creating something new with you. And she feels like she already is. She feels like there is a steady flow of communication. But she's like, how can we create this when she's still feeling a little bit down about something? I think she might be feeling a little bit down about maybe getting too close to you before she leaves, and then getting, like, not being able to really be getting to see you again or be in touch. Like, I don't know, it's kind of sad. Like, it's like she knows she could have something special with you, but she's so torn up in this Three of Cups, it's almost like she's not ready to give you the version of herself that she is right now because it's not the best version. And then, of course, that energetic energy flow that's going with you back and forth in regards to, like, Spirit knows that you want to have a family. Spirit knows that you want to have children. Spirit knows that you want to be a provider and be there for somebody and have that foundation. And Spirit's also telling you in these cards, in the Ace of Swords, and in the King of Wands, you know, you are also on a new beginning, to find that, to have that, to create that, and to not be down about it. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's the one, but this is a double Spirit message for you and her, even though it's quite different. You both are on different paths, but that doesn't mean that you can't create something special. Okay, between you, your friends, your families, etc., etc. Isn't she the one that's leaving to go to rehab or something to that effect? Okay. So, what is it about her? I'm just curious. What is it about her that you intuitively feel is good about your connection? And what is it about your connection with her that makes you want to lean in to her more? Excuse me, might be some good questions to ask yourself. You know, of course, it's been some time since your wife passed away, so, you know, I'm pretty sure you're ready to not be unmarried anymore or single. But I also understand how difficult it is to find a new partner, or even go back to an old partner, you know, or, but, so Celine, is that her name? Selena, yeah, she's doing a very brave thing for herself, and she's saying in those cards, and I guess I just keep going on about her because I'm feeling intuitively like she's saying, what does she say? Yes, perhaps. She's saying that because she knows she's going to be going through this phase of change, and she's doing it to like herself better. She wants to like herself better. She wants to like herself more. She wants to love herself more again and treat herself better. And it's almost like, I know I sound crazy in that Five of Cups, but it's almost like she has to take care of A, B, and C so she can face the D and the E. You know what I'm saying? She can face the ABCs of and 1, 2, 3s of love and life. Because she knows for a long time she has lived coherently consciousness and uncoherently unconscious because of whatever it is that she's going for rehab, whether it's chronic pain, chronic drug use, chronic alcoholism, chronic mental illness, chronic illness itself, whatever it is, you know. Okay, cool. Well, I like it that she said sure, or said yes, perhaps. What I hate is sure, maybe, or maybe, perhaps. Spirit, I'm calling forth metal rains, the most trusted and strongest spirit, guys. Will Alana be online but hasn't reached out? Alana's been online but hasn't reached out. Any updates with her? What does he need to know about that? Yeah, she's... Are you sure she's not in jail or gotten in trouble? I don't think that she's okay. I think that she... Let's see. Spirit, is she in jail? Or is she locked up somewhere where she's not able to get out? Or is she locking herself away? So, yeah, there's something not right with Alana. She is in a place where there is no justice for her. There is no balance. There is no sword to wield. She doesn't even have herself as a shield. Like, it doesn't matter if she's been online. You can still, you know, have people come and see you if you've been in a place where, you know, you can't, you know, you can still get online and be alienated by people. And are you sure it's her? Because right now, even if it's just in her head, she's not a happy bunny. What's going on with her is injustice, and a whole lot of it. Very strong discord and chaos. And, you know, think about what justice is, and then think about what injustice. Like, I mean, she also may be very, very, very freaked out about what's going on in the world, going on in the country, because first of all, she probably doesn't really realize, you know, her rights, let alone the, you know, I mean, I think that she's not in a good space. All right, I'm not saying you should reach out, but I am saying that you should send that girl some positive vibes if you can, because she's not a happy bunny. And you can't change it either for her. She's going to have to want it. She's going to have to want to get away from that scumbag. And she very well may be, you know, lost in thought about that. You know, him being in jail, in and out of it, and his threats, physical violence, things like that. There's no reason for her to have a dog if she has a boyfriend like that. You know, it's one thing to go to jail once because you had an altercation that may have been, you know, domestic violence or maybe it was, you know, some pot, or maybe it was like a DUI or something. But repetitiveness in regards to becoming a chronic troublemaker. What do they call them? They call them chronic... there's a word that police officers use for somebody who is constantly getting in trouble. It's just slipped my mind. And she, you know, she's only just, did you say she broke up with him or something like that, or he was still in jail, or... Anyways, you know, reverse justice, upright strength is not a pretty, she's not, it's like that song, well, no one told me about her. And it's that song about, you know, where she's just not, she's there, she's beautiful, she seems bright, but she's just not there. But she is wanting to find a foot in her a power of authority in the world. She's wanting that freedom to give and to take. But for so long, there have been people taking that freedom from her. I think that's what it is. Like, she really wants to find her independence in the world, see the world, be a part of the world, know the world, understand the world, but the people that she's hanging around, their culture and their world is not, it's not virtuous, it's not hopeful, it's not wholesome. Okay, I've got all the cards, I think. I don't think that she's okay, honey. I think she would have reached out if she'd been okay. Spirit, what are Nessa Lynn's thoughts of Metal Ring? What's that person's energy towards Metal Ring? Cool, but calculated. She thinks you're smart. She thinks you're bright. She also thinks that you might be and feel that you might be going through a lot of stuff that maybe you're uncomfortable to talk about. But she hopes if you want to ever talk about it that she would be there to just listen without judgment. So the card on the bottom of the deck is going to clarify this Queen of Swords and this Tower. But in regards to what are her, thoughts of you, well, she'd like you to see better days if you're having rough ones. And, she might be somebody who you might hear from her and she might say, let me know if you need anything in that Knight of Swords. I don't think this is a bad person. I'm just not sure this is a person that understands that the chaos around you is less self-inflicted and more more of a three's company, and that third company is kind of like a wheel, if you know what I mean. I know that your living situation is not like your end goal, but at least you do have a roof over your head, and I think that person would like to at least see you happier. Not saying you aren't happy, but oh yeah, and you asked the star was going to still move to Colorado, California. Damn. Yeah, maybe. Seven of Cups. She just might be too sick right now. She's got a lot to think about. She has to find a new place. She has to be able to afford it. She may have to find a new job. She may have to find an extra job to go with whatever income she has, maybe coming in from, if she has Social Security or disability. She's worried about meeting new people. Will she have people there that are nice? Will she have the income that she needs for health care? Will she be able to have the comfort that she needs that's in her cup of love in her hands? Do you see what I mean? Like, there's a lot there in regards to her thoughts and feelings about going back to Colorado. So I think it's just a maybe right now, or moving to Colorado. I don't know why anybody would want to move to Colorado. Let alone go there. I mean, what's there? Rocks and weeds. So did she say why she wants to move there? Is it better health care? Is it better weed? Is it better homes? Is it better income? Is it just better life in general, maybe? Also, maybe she can find some of that treatment she really needs, a lot of that holistic stuff that's... Or she's just having a problem at her mom's, and that's strange. Why don't you both get a place together? You don't have to be married or dating someone that you know who you're friends with to live with them. I mean, I'd much rather move a friend in that I trust than try to find a new roommate I don't know who might try to beat me up like Ari's new roommate tried to beat her up. Fucking bitch. I can't believe someone did that to her. I feel so bad for Ari. I hope that her next living situation is a little bit more positive. And at least Ari isn't having any problems with her mom, thank goodness. She just probably wants to get her own place because of peer pressure from other people. I know I was peer pressured a lot into, you need your own place and own job and own money to be independent, even though you're only 19. Like, shut up. I've been working since I was 11, and I've been driving since I was 13. You don't even have a car, know how to drive. Get on the bus and leave now. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like, you're not ready to move yet. Okay. I don't know. I'm not even sure Fiona's alive. Unfortunately. I just don't know with ICE killing Americans and discriminating people who are Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, Spanish, or Latino, or black, or white, or American, or whatever, just being completely racist no matter what you look like or who you are. I mean, yeah, hopefully she's okay, yeah. But are any of us really okay? Molly, what time do you work tomorrow? How am I with... Oh, you don't work tomorrow? Can we just talk on the phone tomorrow? Because I'm really, really tired. I've been up since the butt crack of dawn, and I've been cooking and cleaning and working and studying, and I'm crabby, and really just need to go to bed. I need to take a hot bath and go to bed. Because I do have to work tomorrow. So can we just talk on the phone tomorrow, honey? That way I'll feel refreshed. And I'll feel, that's fine. Better you be loopy and I be refreshed than me be crabby and you be hyper or sleepy or worried or stressed out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, like, I want to talk to you on the phone when I'm not going to fall asleep on the phone to you. I'm just, right now. And I also don't know if, you know, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm capable of talking on the phone when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. But, you know, I haven't had 1 minute to myself today. Except for when I went to the bathroom to pee. And that's pretty awful. I went to go put dinner away, and I don't know, it was like something, I don't know, I made potatoes au gratin, I made a green bean casserole, and the food pantry gave Dad a brown sugar spiral ham. And it was like, yeah, the ham juice in the oven. It was like, I was just like putting dinner away, and I was putting the green bean casserole away in its Tupperware, and for some reason the ham just all over me. Yeah, the ham attacked me. I was mortified. The ham juice went all over me, all over the oven door, all in the oven door, all over the floor. Oh God, I had to clean it. And I was just trying to put dinner away, clean up the kitchen, and make my hummingbird cake. Let me tell you, I was feeling pretty stabby. And not one person in the house asked me if they could help me clean it up. And I think that's where resting bitch, Easter bitch face started. I never made it because I spent 2 hours cleaning instead of 2 hours making a cake. Because if I spill something, it just kind of gets crazy. And, you know, people start walking across the food on the floor and then walking around the house trying to find things to help me clean it up. I'm like, just fuck off, get out of the kitchen, please. Especially after the red iron oxide incident the other night. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, I just was like, never again. I know, right? It's like, come on, come on. Yeah, no hummingbirds were hurt during the making of this cake. I'm telling you, I just kind of feel like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel really strange about having to live in a world where I don't know. I think the luckiest people right now are the people who left on Artemis too. We could only be so lucky, all of us. Well, yeah, that's what they want you to observe it as, so that it stays this way. That's what I'm so effed up about. That's what they want you to do. They want you to forget what's normal, and they want you to normalize this shit. Don't fucking normalize it. Just don't do it. We can't sit here and say things like that about the world. I know that's the reality, but we're not going to change anything if we sit here and say that to ourselves. No, it's not about sane washing anything that's going on, but it's also about how not to forget what is normal and try our best to not normalize what is going on. Yeah, it's like one of those aesthetic nature sound things, and it's something that just calms me down. Like once all the katydids and the crickets went away in fall, I just was like, I really miss them a lot, so I keep them on all the time now. So it has owls and coyotes and a campfire and crickets, and sometimes people say it sounds like there's a bong in the back, like in the background, but it's really supposed to be like the sound of a bubbling cauldron or a teapot. Is the statue haunted? No. Why? Do you see its face changing? Listen to crickets on tape. Yep. And they make a lot of them on YouTube as well. Like you can find rain, snow, thunder. You can find the sounds of waterfalls, things like that. Yep. So this is Makalili. She is hand carved by an almost extinct tribe from Bali, Indonesia. I still think that she looks more Polynesian, like she has a few there's a few things about her that feel more Polynesian, but the people who gifted it to my family had this story about her, and I think she's pretty awesome. There is a spirit in the wood, but I wouldn't say that it's haunted, okay? It's a spirit. It's the spirit of the tree that it was carved after. That was carved of. So it is just one piece of wood. She is 8 feet tall and probably 100 pounds or more. So the tree that she's also carved out of, I was told, is very rare. And I literally have a living will because of the statue. And if anything like were to happen to me, everybody knows like it has to go to the Smithsonian. It has to go to the Smithsonian. And nowhere else. Because there will not be anybody else that will be able to temper and nurture the spirit in the wood. So it has to go somewhere that it will be taken care of, it will be respected, and it will not be lost to the history of the tribe that carved her and her history of the country that she comes from and the place where she is from. And but yeah, this doll protects my space. And I'm not talking about myspace.com. Well, that's so cool that you could tell. Sometimes people will dream about her, and it's so funny, like they'll dream that she actually stood up in their dream and walked around, not like scared them or chased them or anything, but several people have had dreams about her where she was in their dreams and she stood up and walked around. Yeah, it happens a lot. Thanks for hiding them from the chat. We definitely don't need that kind of stuff in the chat. Yeah, I really feel that spirits do communicate better in our dreams. I also feel like dreams are also very, very real. It's a reality that is definitely something that we don't understand, but I feel like it's also, I think we do understand it, but it's, when you first have one of those crazy dreams, you know how it is, it's like, wow, did that really just happen? And you're trying to piece it all together to figure out what it means, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just your subconscious telling you something. I do believe we do have mental garbage that goes in and out. But I think that I think you can filter a lot of the mental garbage through like self-concept subliminals. Really? You had a dream where I told you I was moving to San Diego? That's kind of funny because I would never move to San Diego. I would definitely move to like outside of Los Angeles or Northern California, like Mount Shasta, before I moved to San Diego. I think San Diego's a little bit too hot for me. I hate anything under 65 degrees or anything above 85. So I have to live someplace where, you know, we have a few days a year with 90 degrees maybe. That's what I love about Atlanta. If you live in the right place in Atlanta, you actually can practically go all year without an air conditioner. Yeah, cleansing the mind before bed is so important. It can be difficult though for people to let, you know, what happened during the day go. And that's why I like the state akin to sleep thing where, like, you know, you just kind of think about, you know, what life is like, you know, where you do want to be with it. Because life is what you make it. And it is your thoughts that create it. So, better be good to yourself with your thoughts. And I have, you know, studying quantum physics, studying law of attraction, law of assumption, a lot of the different laws of the universe and scientific, even, like, it's so crazy to me how, you know, the law of assumption, I see it rinse, repeat, recycle through many different human beings that I work with as a Greek counselor, a tarot card reader, a musician, an artist, a person, a friend. I notice that when we maybe get lost on those things that don't serve us, we get lost in them and we stay on the yellow brick road of piss. I'll tell you one thing, I ain't going back to the yellow brick road of piss. And I am so proud of myself and so joyful to help others get to the point where, you know, they're not walking down the yellow brick road of piss anymore. They're actually able to want to do that work that will bring them to a place in their mind where they're not spiraling out every day, all week, can't focus on what they're doing. You know, maybe they have a neurodiversity like ADHD or autism, or maybe they have bipolar 1 or 2, or maybe they are manic depressive, right? And I've worked with this whole spectrum of different kind of people, and I just had to help them understand, look, you manifest differently because of your neurodiversity. We all manifest in our own unique way, the way we paint, play music, sing, type, talk, think, you know what I mean? Like, and I think everyone has their own evolution in time as time goes by, but I also think that there's a lot of things that, like, spiritual, I think there's a lot of things that a lot of people who are in the spiritual niche do that are clickbaity, like clickbait, and to lure you in just to get subscribers and likes. And I really don't care about subscribers or likes. What I do care about, though, is, like, helping others, but making sure that I'm still putting food on the table, doing what it is that I've studied, been trained, and certified to do. But I get really uncomfortable when I work with someone and they start getting lost on the ideas of the scientific aspects of rinse, repeat, recycle with law of assumption. That which you do assume has no choice but to show up. And they can't fathom how it keeps happening to them again and again and again. What they don't want shows up. And not what they do want. Well, that's because, once again, they observe what they don't want more than what they do. Or they start blurring the lines. And this took me, like, a really long time to learn. Now, I'm not saying it's the same for everybody, okay? I'm really not. It's different for everyone. Sometimes you can go from point A to point B to point C quickly. But some people can't do imaginal acts. Some people can't close their eyes and see Winnie the Pooh. You know, but they can open their eyes and see him on screen. Even if they saw a picture of him and closed their eyes and tried to see Winnie the Pooh with their eyes closed. So that becomes difficult, that imaginary state akin to sleep act for people who can't imagine it. What's even more sad is when somebody can't, you know, imagine an emotion or a feeling or a sensation. Then it's like, it becomes even more confusing as to what is really going on with this person. Do they need some kind of deep, like, psychotherapy so that they can pull that darkness or that fear out of them so they can move forward with regards to what their trauma is. I don't know, I'm not a psychotherapist and I'm not a psychologist. No, I haven't read the book Cosmos by Carl. Still chilly up there. Well, it's like gonna be like 45 degrees tonight. Oh shit, do I need to bring my plants in? I found a bee today and it was barely moving, so I gave it some bee juice. And then I had to tuck it away in the garden because it wasn't flying away and it started getting cold. I don't even know if it'll be okay. I don't know what'll happen to it. We'll just have to check on it in the morning. I feel really bad for it. Is the book Cosmos good? Metal Ring? You like it? You're reading a book called Psychics of the Future? I really just knocked all my cards on the floor. I did. Oh well. I'll pick them up later. Yeah, I really feel like dreams are your subconscious telling you something. I tell a lot of my clients, you know, go to bed tonight as if you have what you want. What does that feel like? You know, that way your subconscious can work on manifesting it for you quicker, faster. You know, because your brain is like, your brain is I feel like your brain is working more at high performance when you're sleeping. I feel like your subconscious is, I've been told this too before, and realizing it for myself, experiencing it for myself, what dreams are truly made of, and what dreams really are, and what you can do, and how you can change the world through dreams and manifesting just blows my mind. And it really makes me sad when I meet people who, like, they don't realize how fucking powerful they are. Pardon my French, you know, I usually talk like that, but it really makes me sad. People don't understand their power. They don't realize that they can move a mountain with a cup of water. Now that statement took me many years to try to figure out. But one day it was like, oh my God, this is as simple as gravity, as the law of gravity. You know, sometimes you get your flat earthers. You know, those people that believe that the earth is flat, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that can also be, you know, being an astral projection. It can suck when you wake up sometimes because it feels better on, you know, in that. It feels better in that reality because there's so much freedom, you know. Here, there's all these limiting beliefs and circumstances, and then you got everybody else's limiting beliefs and circumstances, and then next thing you know, you're observing them, and you're observing your limiting beliefs and circumstances, and if you don't know how to purge that stuff, you just start driving yourself absolutely batshit crazy. Have I ever dream traveled to dark realms? I'm pretty sure I have. But I think that at this point in my life, I'm not doing a whole lot of dreaming. I'm doing more astral projections, astral travel, state akin to sleeps, and more trusting processes than really adventuring out to darker corners. Because right now, you know, I'm just trying to keep my cool. Because I know what my mind is capable of. And And I feel like some of us are better at manifesting love, or maybe we're better at manifesting through the love energy, or maybe we're better at manifesting through anger or chaotic disorder, or maybe we're better at manifesting through patience and peacefulness or zen. Maybe some of us are, but in the beginning, without realizing that my thoughts were creating all my life, I already knew it. It was like an intuitive thing. But I didn't really realize how powerful our minds were until I actually could project, in a 12-hour period, a manifestation that I didn't think was possible. And I just kept doing it again and again and again. Oh, that's pretty cool. And also, I know you guys have probably heard about things like remote viewing, remote seduction, remote kind of seeing things and everything. I feel like astral projection is a little bit of remote viewing as well. And I personally, during astral projection, before I begin the process, I like to think about where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and which spirit animal might actually help me in the process a little bit better, because sometimes I'm going to places where I don't really think that anybody else would. Well, first of all, I don't know that they would be brave enough to go, and second of all, I don't think they would really understand. When you're working with the Council of the Universe, it's a simple sentence and a simple thing and a simple place to talk about. But when you're working with that kind of energy, and people don't even understand how big of a part they are in that kind of energy, and they're displaced in it, you work a lot alone. You are that lone wolf. You become that lone wolf because there are a lot of people around you that maybe don't know how to do the work, so maybe sometimes you have to do it for them. Do I love meditation with weed? I don't know, because I haven't, I would have to say, it's been many, many years since I even, did THC, real THC. It has been a lot of CBD, especially in the last 5 to 6 years. And I would say that many years ago, yes, I would have to say that, sure, yeah, weed and meditation, sure, fine, yeah. But now, meditation is a lot more different for me. Because now the way that I meditate is, okay, there's a leaf blower outside, I probably wouldn't even notice it, even if it was right outside my window. And I think it's because, and I don't really need any kind of stimulants or any kind of, I really do prefer to just be kind of sober and awake and present when I do these kind of things now, because it feels more comfortable to me, more relaxing to me, and I would rather not use something like that, and I know eventually it's probably just going to get wasted because I'm going to fall asleep. And I probably won't wake up for 8 to 12 hours because I'll be projecting for that long. But it's not something that I do often either with astral projection, but it is something I'm doing more of lately than instead of dreaming. But as far as meditation has come along, what I do want to say about meditation is that I absolutely love the fact that I have been able to, in the last 5 years, get to the point where it's like I'm not being disturbed constantly during my meditations by my intrusive thoughts, my fears, my unhappiness, my pain, the leaf blower that might be outside the window, the person hammering across the street, the neighbor walking you know, on the ceiling, a ghost knocking something off the shelf. You know, maybe kids are playing outside. Maybe there's somebody's music is playing or a band is playing down the street. And I've been able to, yeah, silence. This card was just sitting here. This is one of my favorite cards from the Power Spirit deck. I feel like, you know, in my silence, it's also number 22 card. I also feel like in my silence, because I have agoraphobia, so there is a lot of silence. And in my own silence, I have found silence within, which has been able to calm me. Like, I don't sit around waiting if someone's gonna ghost me. I don't give a fuck, pardon my French. I got enough ghosts at the house that I just don't think about things like that. And when I find customers, clients, or friends, or family members that bring up all these silly limiting beliefs and circumstances that they say now that they didn't maybe say 10 years ago, I'm just like, okay, just try to remember what it's like. Just try to remember what love is like, what it feels like. You know, because I think that once we observe something, you know, being ghosted, being ignored, maybe not getting what we want all the time. Right on, Draco. I hope you're enjoying them. At least somebody around here is enjoying something like that. Have fun, be safe. You know, I can't judge. But I think that at the end of the day, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I think at the end of the day, though, a lot of the people I've met who are attracted to the spiritual niche, attracted to the tarot card niche, and the manifestation niche, they really do want help. They really do want to find rapid transformational therapy, which is why I got into rapid transformational therapy and why I'm learning the foundations of rapid transformational therapy so I can get certified and help people with that. I don't necessarily think I'm going to get into the hypnosis side of things. I don't think I'm going to become a hypnotherapist. I don't think I'm ready to spend $10,000 on that. But grounding myself in the foundations of the information, and a lot of rapid transformational therapy, it sounds and feels a lot like, well, the science behind quantum physics and the science behind law of assumption. Now, as far as law of attraction, I'm not really sure how to feel about that. I would really like feedback from other people about law of attraction, because I feel like, okay, so I feel like law of attraction is like this. Like, I really want, you know, a beer. So I go to the market to get my favorite beer, right? Angry Orchard Imperial, but they don't have it, right? So I have to get something else. Like, that's what law of attraction feels like. Well, you can't get what you want, but we'll give you this. We'll give you this polar seltzer water instead, you know? Or like you want a fried egg, sunny side up, right? But instead you get scrambled eggs. Don't get me wrong, I like scrambled eggs, but I really wanted, you know, sunny side up. Yeah, law of attraction is different. It is complicated, and I think that it drives people crazy. I find more people who feel more crazy after going through the law of attraction thing than they do with the law of assumption thing. The law of assumption thing seems to really make sense to people, and I just see it work like that for people more than law of attraction. Law of attraction is about like letting go. Yeah, okay, that's great. I love that idea, but why should you let go of something that you desire so much and that you love so much? That's what like rapid transformational therapy teaches you, is that why let it go? Why not immerse yourself in that in a way that helps you refocus on what's positive and what makes you find the joy in whatever it is that you are manifesting or creating, so that it will be more compelled towards you. Once again, this is like the observer effect. If I sit around and I do free yes/no questions all day long, all week long, right? All year long, all decade long, because I'm so worried about the subscriber number and I'm so worried about the like number, I'm never going to get anywhere with my goals. Numbers do not count to me. I don't care what your name, your shoe size is, your age, your height, or your subscriber count. Doesn't mean shit to me. And I just find so many people who are doing tarot who are like, yeah, we're doing a free tarot so we can get 3,000, 10,000 subscribers. Well, okay, obviously this tarot thing is not a real business for someone like that, right? They're not trying to market common sense to people. They're not trying to market rapid, transformational, happy, harmonious, from as within, so without. No, they want to get you in their chat so they can subscribe, get your like, get your soul. I don't know, because they want to be popular. Like, what's the point of being popular when you're so empty on the inside? What's the point? I mean, I just see, and then I see a lot of people in the spiritual niche who, they say terrible things about themselves, terrible things to each other, and terrible things to others. And that just is a real turnoff for me. Yeah, I know the universe sometimes gives us what we need more than what we want. I think that at the end of the day, that's very important observation about it. But I think it's also important to remember how powerful we are, so very powerful. Like I said, move mountain with cup of water. You think I'm already going to school to be a therapist, but okay. Yep, monetary currency, modern society is like numbers, numbers, numbers. Everybody wants the best, they want to look the best, they want to feel the best, they want to talk the best, they want the best, the best, the best, the best. Perfection, 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 perfection. Perform, 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 perform. It's disgusting. Really. It's like, why can't we just why can't we just be our true, authentic selves? And it's what the world is really missing. I think social media and the internet has really stolen the souls of a whole generation. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We would be so much happier in nature. And a lot of us, though, in modern advanced society, we have lost our inner compass. People are, and I think they say, oh, cancer, heart disease, and this one or that one is like the number one killer of human beings. But it's kind of sad that so is losing our intuition, your common sense. People are forgetting how to farm. People don't know how to take care of themselves. It's just crazy. I don't know if we're gonna survive, Dark Reverend. I don't know if we're gonna do it. I guess I'm gonna have to sit here and move that mountain with a cup of water by myself. Maybe, I don't know. But it is. Do I have a moon message today? No, sweetheart, but I will have a collective message in a moment, because I noticed that this is the only card out of all the cards that I accidentally knocked off the table onto the floor. It's the only card left standing from the Power Spirit deck, and it's called Silence, and I'm going to read it here in a moment before I log out. When you did mushrooms, you hiked bare feet, dug into the mud, and I felt the rage of Mother Earth. When I looked at a massive highway, you stared at it for hours before you went to bed. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta do that. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's been nothing but 2,000 years of war, chaos, slavery, For what? Doesn't make any sense to me. Especially when there's everything here for us to have abundance for everybody. There doesn't have to be hunger. There doesn't have to be homelessness. There's so many bad things that we've created that don't have to exist. You don't know what is what, honey. You don't know what a collective message is? Okay, so a collective is like a collection of people or things or like a group or like a whole lot of energy. This is the best way I can explain it at bumfuck o'clock in the morning, pardon my French. So what it means is like it's a tarot card reading that I'll do for many of us, not just one. So like, and like when I do them, it's like for anyone who might be in the chat at that time, or maybe they'll be coming in as I'm doing the reading, or maybe they'll watch the replay, Mikey. And I do usually one in the beginning, I'll do one in the middle, and one at the end. Sometimes the first spirit message is just like, you know, what do we need to know right now? Usually the second one is about love. Usually the last one is about career and finance. Sometimes it's just random. Sometimes I don't do them at all, but the new world is going to be back to nature. Yeah, and I also think where you live is very important. And you know, if you do live in a trailer park, or you do live in an apartment complex, or you do live in a condo, or you do live in a high rise, where you live around as a communal kind of, you know, like a commune, but you know, that's what it really is. Like, it's a whole group of people that live in a building. And just because you have your own toilets and your own space and your own homes and your own kitchens, it is what it is. But try to get closer to nature. Try to create that, bring that nature in your home, bring that nature around you, because you can get really lost in those walls of stone and brick and mortar. And it can cause a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. I think when I got closer to nature over the last 10 years and took more time to spend more time with it, a lot more made sense for sure. Okay, so I'm going to read this card. It's called Silence. Alright. I just thought it was so beautiful. It was just sitting here. It's card number 22 from the Power Spirit deck. And I'll have to say, this is probably the only one of 2 or 3 cards where, you know, you were only seeing one scene here. Unless you flip it upside down. You see another scene. But it just depends on how you are seeing it. Is it upside down? Is it right side up? Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? Is it sunset? Is it sunrise? Either way, there's silence. And there's beauty in silence. Usually some of these cards, it doesn't matter which way you turn, there's always something new to see. But I think that this card is not just about silence, but reflection. Getting even closer to water, maybe immerging yourself in more watery activities. I mean, how beautiful is water? It's nature's mirror. So the card is number 22. It's called Silence. The direction is, I believe, west, and the color is black. So before making a decision of power, move into the place of silence and serenity. Deep within you, into that silence and serenity. Find it, search for it, sit anywhere with it, and close your eyes and follow your breath in and out. On the third inhalation, take the breath down into your belly. Take that breath down into your belly. And let it travel, and visualize your place of power. Your place of power holding the golden sun, a disk of radiant brilliance within you. Observe the silence like a deer in a misty marshland. If you are in pain, use your consciousness to find where that pain lives within you, within your body. Then move into that pain and beyond it until you find the source of silence. In this silence lives your sacred witness, that which sees all and knows all, and is all that you are. Power is born within silence. Yeah, for sure. More water magic, more time with water, drink more water, aggressively hydrate is going to be the message of tonight. And silence, you know, find some more time for silence. Silence yourself. And I'm not talking about silence like communicating. Keep communicating with people that you feel comfortable communicating with, but find that inner silence. You know, so that maybe when you are meditating, if there's a leaf blower outside of the window, it's not pulling you out of where you need to be in your Zen garden within, okay? So be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow night. Metal Rain, thank you so much for your donation tonight. That was very kind and generous for you to donate for a free collective message. I think that you did I think you had a free yes/no question about Ileana, but I don't think you're here anymore, so I'll just answer the question on Messenger. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and I love that song too. I think that also, this song is playing in my head now, Silent Lucidity. Yeah, go check out that song, Silent Lucidity. It is about dreaming. It is about, it's about some really cool stuff, so just go check it out. I can't remember who sang Silent Lucidity. Can anybody remember who did that song? Oh, I'm having a brain fart. Let's just look on Google. That guy has the most beautiful voice, too. Why don't people make music like that anymore? Oh yeah, Queensryche. How can I forget? Queensryche. Oh yeah, it was about Star, that's right. And it was maybe. Okay, alright, that's right. I guess I saw Ileana's word. I guess I saw Ileana's name in there. Somewhere. Thanks so much, everyone, for the great conversation tonight. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. I know I didn't. But I did have a wonderful Easter with you guys. I did enjoy my green bean casserole and my potatoes au gratin. Really upset about the ham getting on me. But at least it didn't hit the floor. You know, it was just I caught the ham when it attacked me. I was mortified. So have a good night. Be safe. Don't get attacked by any hams that ghosts are throwing around. And be safe, alright? Love and light bright. Kalanikta. Christos Anestes. That means Jesus has risen. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Music is sacred. And no prison will hold this movement down.